Okay, it is Mega here. Fast forward to tomorrow. So there it is. I got the second puck done. It was a man. I think I did a better job on this one, but when I grinded this one, I grinded it crooked, so it was like the flat part was like at an angle. So I don't know. I don't know what other better way that I could do this. I thought about putting it on a lathe or something. I have like a mini lathe, but it doesn't have anything to grab the inside part of this. So yeah, I think a lathe would be good if you have a little arm that goes like in, and then can grind that. A lathe would probably be the best thing to use on this, or like a milling machine, I guess, could do it also. But hey, I did it by hand. So there it is. There's the puck, and there's the over puck. Put it in there. It's nice and snug. Really snug. You can actually see the, it's hard to tell because it's kind of dark, but you can actually see the little sprocket logo in there. It's a little bit crooked. You can tell there's one part higher than another, but whatever. It's okay. So we got our parts here. Okay. And this one we can use the washer on this one because it's flatter on the side. And if we can't, well, we can grind the bolt down a little bit too. So, and then we're going to go ahead and put our washer in there. And our lock washer, a lock nut. We got our two 13 millimeters. Tighten them up. See what it looks like. Okay. Doesn't have to be super tight because it does have a lock nut. As long as this doesn't come flying off when you crash. It looks like it's pretty good, man. I did this one better than the other one. I think it got it in there deeper too. So let's go check it out. Okay, there's the right side, and there's our puck, our Womet Tech puck with the over puck on it. The heat is a mega spec over puck, and we're gonna go install it on the right side now. It's actually, it feels like it's a little bit better than the other one. There we go. That's it. Got it for both sides. It fits in there perfectly. Went all the way, so I didn't have to do anything. So the other side, we had to grind the bolt down a little bit, and yeah, we had to grind the bolt down a little bit, and then we have to ditch the washer. So I think it should be okay either way. Anyways, it's like you got a puck over another. You got a puck over another puck. So yeah, you get like double the protection, or double the slide ammo. So there it is. There's the front and the back right now. On the right side, looks good. All right, so I'm totally happy with that. Okay, so this episode was about making those. Installing the front axle sliders on the KLX140 Supermoto, and the best way I could figure out was to use those Womet Tech axle sliders. They're actually for the Grom or Z125, but they list them as a universal, so you can probably put them pretty much any bike, almost any bike. That uses like a regular axle, one that goes like that. This is one of those. It's one of those bolt and nut axles. So it was a lot more work than I thought it would be. So I'm not gonna lie, the front axle sliders were probably be the most difficult. I thought. I knew the rear was gonna be easy because there was already a hole in the axle. This one, I really had to put the thinking cap on. So yeah, what is it? But it turned out really good. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think this is the the best option that I could think of. Like I said, I knew I could probably make something for the left side, but the right side there is like really nothing else I could do, and this is the best option, best and easiest option. But it was not bolt on. What had to happen was we had to grind the cup for the axle slider, the little washer cup. We had to grind that to fit around the fork, or fit it so the fork didn't interfere with it. And that required some grinding. I don't feel that it compromised its strength at all, because those things are beefy. They use a lot. It's a really beefy product. I'm really impressed with the design of it. Now there's nothing to lock the puck in there. You kind of just screw it in there, and then you just screw it on, snug it on as tight as you can. Maybe you might want to put some locking pound on it, like Loctite or something, to keep it from falling off. It may fall off if you know, it vibrates off, but well, time will just have to tell, and then we'll see how it handles its first crash, because I'm pretty sure this thing is gonna go down at some point, you know. That's why I got it. That's why I wanted to get into like mini Supermoto bike, because it's smaller, it's slower, you know, and you know, if you fall, it's less dangerous if you fall, because you're falling at slower speeds. But anyway, so this video was on the front axle sliders. Like I said, it took a lot more work than I thought, and but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So if I do damage those pucks, the over puck, the little skateboard wheels, it's gonna be a bitch to make another set. That's what I'm gonna say. But if I just wanted to use just the black pucks, the original ones, those are only $10 if you scratch them up really bad. And you'd have to be in a your bike would have to slide for a long ways to really do those pucks in. It's a product that that it's very stout, is what I want to say. It's very stout. It's a lot more beefier than I thought it would be. And I think this will do the trick for the track. So, all right, so that's and then with the overall scheme of the Supermoto project, we're nearly done. So the last thing that has to be done is we need to make a catch can for the carb, for the overflow hose. That's the only thing I can think of, but we need to put a catch can for, because this is an air-cooled bike. There's no radiators. There's no water. And I can't even find the vent hose for the engine, so I'm gonna have to see if there is one. I can't. I'm looking, and I can't find it. I was like, it must be somewhere. They have to ventilate it somehow. Anyway, that'll be another video. Look forward to that. That's the final piece of the puzzle, and then we can go out and play on the track. I may go right around the house, and I might make a little gymkhana track and then right around the house. The cool thing about this bike is it's small, and you know, you can fit it into tight places. So you don't need a whole lot of room to play with. So as opposed to, like, you know, a big full-size bike. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to build this thing. So the only thing is I'm finding it hard to find places to ride it. I want to do gymkhana events, and then obviously track days at kart tracks. We'll hit up all the kart tracks in the Bay Area, in the California area where I am, and then. And then it's, where else can I ride it, you know? I guess you can try some flat tracking stuff if I get some flat tracking tires. I don't know if you can do flat track with those tires. The dirt flat track, the oval kind. The one where you're sliding all the time. But yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. And it's not a whole lot of power. This bike is really easy to ride. That's what I love about it. Push it hard, and you don't have to worry about making mistakes as much. All right, so the next video will be on a catch can. Here's my